was actually started in 29. Our engineering is from 2019.
Yeah.
Building code. So not much. There's a lot of framing that we had to redo. So we put all these 4x4s in the wall. We reframed a lot of the wall right here. It's a great shot. Some of the LVLs are already in the ceiling. Actually, these doubled up.
So I looked up this job site and stuff, and it looked like it was gut before. Like somebody tried to flip it before, or maybe it was your.
No, I mean, we just started here in January.
Okay, yeah.
So we just started here in January. Is probably the owners and the other contractor they were working with.
Yeah.
Whatever happened there, I have no idea. But yeah, so they already had these like LVLs up in here, these double up LVLs for the skylights. But we reframed all these sleepers. So we had to put all these sleepers in. We added in a couple joists that were missing here and there. We did that detail for the for these recessed lights that we're going to do here to try and mirror this recessed magnetic mirror strip effect. And getting back to design, when I came in here, there were two fucking ducts. One was our register, and then the other one was another duct that was like running up into the ceiling and coming over to be like an overhead register. Gotcha. into the kitchen. And I was just like, bro, two fucking big ass chases on the wall. Like that looks fucking shitty. And this is why I love design. So worked with, have to work with my sub, see what my HVAC guy needs, work with the client. Luckily they were super into design. So we're able to have those conversations and then figured out, okay, how do we strategically kind of get it here in the middle of the room? Cause that makes a lot more sense to create separation between, open concept, still living room, dining room, and defining spaces. But just to arbitrarily just put it anywhere doesn't fucking make any sense. Correct. Right? Otherwise you just have like, if I put that, 3-4 feet to the side right here, then it'll be halfway into the fucking dining room and it'll just be awkward.
And that is the challenge with these San Francisco places from my past, is getting all of this stuff in, dude. Getting the ducts.
Oh, mechanical?
And the plumbing too.
But that's the thing that I love, is because when you look at a set of drawings, potential clients in Daly City, we backed up a ton because we told them specifically, like, look, this bathroom's here. How am I running my drain? How am I running my drain pipes? How am I running my fucking vents? How am I running your fucking registers? How am I running your fucking HVAC? And all these things. And a homeowner's not thinking about it. They're just looking purely at layout, right? And Correct. Then a lot of times architects will be like, oh, like VIF, verify and field. And it's just like, bro, fuck you.
Every plan note has VIF at the end.
Yeah.
Covers
and it's just
their
like,
ass. Yeah.
Bro, it's just like, come on. So dining room here, this staircase was so fucked up. So the staircase was originally coming right here, going down platform, going down platform, God. Going down platform. And then there was an LVL right here underneath. And we were having a clearance issue. So we had to reframe this whole staircase. The inspector was super cool. He's like, you're still in the same space as long as you meet fucking code. He's like, you're good. Kitchen is 6 inches too short because there's actually, they wanted to build a rooftop deck.
Okay.
Which is dope. I fucking get it. When we did the roof, I was like, yeah, beautiful view. But what they designed here also was not just a rooftop deck, a 6x3 retractable roof that was on a slide system. So it's supposed to slide over to this side, which is why we had these
here in the house.
Yeah, which is why we had these huge fucking steel beams in here. Like this was already in place when I got here. Yeah. Whatever.
This was all supposed to be a sliding roof.
Yeah, so it was supposed to slide. So this was the this was supposed to be a staircase coming in right here.
Gotcha.
But even then, I don't know how the fucking staircase would have worked, because yes, it would have worked if the stairs are going this way. I know that we changed it right here. However, the run that you would have needed to be at to get into this onto the roof,
yeah,
you would have cut. You would have clearances going into this closet and into that bedroom behind us, because we didn't change the layout on those. So it's just like discrepancies there. This kitchen, we go to measure it, it's fucking 6 inches too short. So now, luckily, they didn't buy the appliances. They did buy all the cabinets 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, cool. Well, we can keep the cabinets. We're just going to budget for a 30-inch stove instead of a 36.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
And then this is all the bedrooms and everything.
Yeah. bedroom. So each
typical San Francisco deck.
Yeah, San Francisco deck, 0 lot line. No, you have to go through the fucking slider. This is probably going to be the only thing, again, like from a design perspective, and you can't have the homeowner's not going to necessarily know best, is like all access in the backyard requires you going through a bedroom.
Correct.
Which is like,
work in the future.
Can you have designed it in such a way? I mean, the only challenge is given like these properties are it's 25-foot wide lots, very narrow.
Yeah.
Right. Each bathroom has its own unique niche. So this one's gonna be super badass. This is a tub. So this niche is gonna go through the tub and then into the bathroom, into the rest of the bathroom.
Gotcha.
Fixed piece of glass right here, 2 feet, and then it'll be hinged. Nice. Hinge panel right here. LEDs in all of our niches. What else is
and how are you running that? What is that? This is just low volt?
Yeah, low volt wire.
Gotcha.
And then we have like, this is an access panel that we're putting underneath here.
So you don't have a driver in the wall or anything. This is all coming from the driver.
Driver's going to be right here.
Oh, okay, understood.
It's going to be in the wall, but with an access panel.
Understood.
And then we'll run like a little extra slack. I think there's some slack. Expect to have a sconce light. Expect to have a pendant light. But there's still enough slack. We can drop it down to be a sconce. I mean, we try and run as much like slack on wire, especially in the bathroom, especially when we don't have design finalized.
Yeah.
Just to make sure we're giving ourselves
play. You know what? I waste a lot of wire. I bring a lot to the scrapyard, but who cares? Dude, I always got 2 feet rolled up.
Yeah.
2 or 3 feet.
It's so worth it.
You never know when people are going to move crap.
Make sure to cover your fucking vents. That's super important.
Yep.
We mark off on the floors. This is another detail. Like, we like to run our outlets a little bit on the high side, where we're imagining, especially like this is a ensuite. So there's going to be a bedroom here. The one next to us, that might be an office. It might be a nursery. You don't know where things are going to set up.
Yeah, exactly.
For an ensuite, we're imagining like a homeowner having, there's plenty of slack right here. A homeowner having bedside tables. So we don't want that outlet to be behind the fucking bed or behind the bedside table.
There's been so many jobs where we've moved outlets for people.
Yeah.
For that. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. 100%.
So we that's a standard for me. Backyard, we just started with this. This is a bitch because,
well, dude, it's big enough. You could even almost put one of those studio sheds back there. So, but like you said, access to this.
0 lot line.
We're not going under.
So I told the clients, like, it's better to do this landscaping now because you can upsell it in the sale, because it's going to cost. I imagine landscapers make a fucking killing out here because to go through the house, there's so much prep that has to happen.
Oh, dude, you're throwing ram board down, taking shoes off, 100%.
Everywhere. And I mean, and imagine bringing fucking stone.
Dude, I took 2 40-foot privacy trees through a house here in the city. And dude, they spent a pretty penny for us to do that,
So this is going to be dope. My buddy, I gave like the general layout. So that right there is going to be a waterscape. I just learned about that. Well, aquascape. So that's going to be a pondless water feature right there. We're going to have like a little stone path to a seating bench on the back. This is all going to be DG in the steel edging. Nice. Privacy screen on the back. A lot of drought tolerant succulents. My buddy Daniel designed all the plants, so we're gonna knock that in. The biggest one that we just solved around here is that the fucking contractor poured anything beyond 200 square feet non-permeable has to have a fucking drain.
Correct.
They did not put a fucking drain. So now we're trying to figure out, like, okay, are we cutting a trench? Are we fucking having to take out concrete and do it all dirt? Are we having to whatever? So there was a good suggestion to turn this into, put a pump right here. We're going to do a French drain basically at the end of this concrete patio into a fucking basin. Basin's going to have to go along the side of the fence, get back into the house, tie into the fucking sewer, and come back out. Or into the storm drain that then ties back into the fucking sewer. This bathroom, super dope. So we actually dropped the ceiling in this bathroom. We added a skylight, and this one was orientated the other way, so 3 feet going parallel to the length of the house, because anything within 5 feet of the measuring 5 feet off of the finished wall is subject to a parapet wall on top.
Yeah, correct.
We wanted to avoid that, so that's why we orientated it like this. And this just makes a small bathroom, so it makes it feel a little bit bigger.
No, I like the light in it. I mean, just coming down right now, it's a dark job site. It's
drop. So all this is, I'll show you the lights here are fucking crazy. So these I'm spending.
And those lights are hooking into these driver boxes here.
Yeah. So these are spending.
I was going to say they got different driver box styles and everything.
Well, these I spent a pretty fucking penny on. So these are probably $40 a light.
I got you.
These are the 2-inch lights.
Yeah.
But drywall finish. So this is all you're going to see.
Yeah, it's all flush.
It's going to be fucking. And then again, like I'm taking on this project, you know, I budgeted whatever, fucking, 4 lights per room, $13 a light for the client, and then the rest of that I'm taking out of my profits because I want the experience installing that.
Yeah, exactly.
So this is it'll have 2 2-inch lights here, 2 2-inch lights in the shower, vanity light, LED, but the LED here is going to go along the side of the niche and then jump into the ceiling. So it's going to carry into the ceiling, and that's why we do this drop ceiling effect.
Yeah.
So again, just like designers, ask the designer to push the limits for us, and we push the limits as well too. These are going to be, so these all stub outs are going to be LEDs on the wall.
All these little holes.
Yep. Here. So those are all stubbed out, ready to go. And they're,
and that's going to have a whole light design and everything like that at the end.
Yep. So this has been the other one that we just learned about is this motherfucker. Oh, is there a top one too? Booster fan. Gotcha. So this motherfucker, because of how long this run is in our bends, we had to put a booster fan on. This
is for the dryer.
This is for the washer dryer. So this one actually has a sensor in it that will pick up airflow, is an airflow sensor.
Okay.
So once a certain amount of pressure is being pushed through this stack, it's going to engage that, have this access panel on so it can be serviced.
Gotcha.
And that was, something that the inspectors asked for us to do.
And then it won't be a stackable, it'll be side by side.
Side by side.
I like that.
So we had to build this soffit, which is it's not the fucking end of the world because it's not really interrupting. Now, what we could do from a design perspective is we could shelf on either side.
Yeah.
Now that I'm thinking about it out loud. And then it makes it not be like, oh, this is a random ass box right here.
Yeah.
Random. It's kind of like a fucking exhaust.
Could even maybe put a panel, hide it.
Yeah. Well, this is drywall finish.
Exactly.
So this will be drywall. That's drywall finished already, ready to go. Amazon. But rearrange this whole area because that original staircase coming down left this at a clearance that we were concerned about. Our finish for this whole area was drop, and then from coming down was drop. This, we're doing the same thing, kind of like detail upstairs. So we furred out the ceiling so we can make these channels right here. So this will all be flush, but then we'll recess the drywall in this one, and we're going to recess the drywall in this one. So we'll go to the actual original floor joist, and we'll mirror that same effect of like an 1.5 inch drop.
God, look at this.
Oh, this is fucking
Jesus Christ.
Well, this is, I don't know if you're going to be able to sneak. I don't have my
is this 480?
Panel? No, this is 200.
It's only 200. Okay.
But this is like the old panel we just threw onto a new panel. But the sewer, you might, I don't have a flashlight to kind of show you, but if you sneak, you're able to sneak on by.
Oh, I kind of see it. Yeah.
We just had to fucking. So they're like, this is the storm
drain. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the storm drain that's tying into the same sewer line, but it has to be 10 feet past the fucking last toilet pickup.
Really?
Yeah. So learned about that one, and that's something that the guys didn't do. They picked it up back in the bathroom.
Your last toilet's here in the garage.
So they just did a fucking long sweep and tied it into the main sewer line back there. But the inspector was like, no, that's not going to cut it. So had to excavate. This is a change order. Had to excavate all that out. We just finished the sewer lateral. What else in here? Yeah, HVAC. Water heater, wet bar. Still gotta design like a little fucking pony wall right here. This bathroom. So this bathroom was supposed to be a tub. Tub was supposed to be on that side from what they purchased. It wasn't going to work because I got a footing right there. So we didn't want to cut any more of that rebar and shit like that and fuck with that footing.
Yeah.
And then if you were to put all the plumbing on this side of the wall, it would be super fucking weird because you'd have plumbing on this side of the wall and then randomly plumbing on this side of the wall.
Yeah.
So we, the owner agreed to letting us do we'll do a walk-in shower, right?
Yeah, exactly.
This wall is going to be pretty sweet. So looks like they already shaved it. So they shaved some of this. So it's going to be, so this is going to be like a statement feature wall. So this will be, I think, some type of like, some stone and veining on this face part.
Gotcha.
And this is going to be niche on either side, wired up, ready to go. 2 niches going horizontal. Had a box out for that fucking exhaust.
Yep.
That's going all the way out to the back. This, we had to drop the ceiling also because of fucking P-traps. So it's, it's just all this kind of like little shit.
Good old San Francisco.
You can see this. So this is
the steel.
Another one that first time trying to do is frameless doors. So we're gonna do the frameless doors here because
the easy concept ones, the flush finish and everything.
Yeah. Because this was not gonna give me any space for a fucking trim. So I was like, man, that's gonna be stupid to have one fucking door that has like it's just, I hate it when it's just like a L. I'm just like, oh God, like a super fucked corner. So I'm trying to get the team to find me a fucking, trimless one to do, that doesn't kill me because, the client has basically like $200 budgeted per door.
Yeah.
And I'm going to make up the difference. Cause again, it's a project I'm looking to do in the future.
Yeah.
And I need that experience. Basic bedroom here. This is the primary bedroom downstairs. Usual kind of like, not usual shit, but it's just, again, it goes back to having foresight as a contractor. If you don't give a fuck about design, you're not going to see this coming.
Yeah.
And you're not going to be able to start getting your designers to plan around it. So now that we have this soffit built in, we're actually going to do a coved detail right here. So we'll pick up from the ceiling and we'll cove it down to about right here. And then there's going to be a little bit of a reveal. We're going to put an LED in the cove to the back of it so it'll shine down.
Nice.
Be super cool just to kind of break it up so it's not so square. We'll kind of create a little bit of softness there. Have all of our junction boxes ready to go. This was like, this you can see. So this was the storm pipe.
Yep.
So it was just tying into this fucking Y right here. And that wasn't going to fly. So now we have it separated out. That needs to be changed out to a fucking sweep. Originally, they had the shower right here. But this fucking wall was only like 27 inches wide. So this would have been like the width of your shower. This was the shower. And that was the toilet over there. So that was
skinny.
That was a change order. And relocated the toilet over here. So it'll be toilet, shower. And again, we got this stupid fucking. This is the plenty of fucking.
You got enough content,
yeah. Well, just like there's plenty of shit. This is like all.
Oh, I know.
Like it's just like one like this fucking storm one was the latest one, and it was just like, bro, you gotta be fucking
just
kidding me. So we were just
another.
trying to figure out like, okay, are we having to now trench from here onto the fucking patio? That would have been another fucking, that's another 20 feet at least.
Exactly.
Cutting through fucking 6 inches of slab, excavating, and then fucking having to pick it up like. And then they also did all their bands. I don't know how the fuck they passed it, but all their bands are only 2-band fucking clamps.
Oh yeah, I know that happens all the time. Underground,
like,
you gotta have 4 bands.
Yeah.
And guys don't do it all the time.
So that we had to relocate some stuff over here to accommodate for this recessed dryer duct. This is all good. Yeah, all good. Exhaust fan. Whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. Yeah, just super excited to see how this design, like our kind of
project,
like,
man.
So this will be like where we pick up that. So we'll put the pump outside and then we'll run that in between these 2 walls right here.
Gotcha.
And they should have blocked. Yeah, they did all their fire blocking. Yeah, I mean, this is, but this isn't like super crazy.
This is typical San Francisco.
Well, yeah, I don't want this to be.
People don't realize. I tell people all the time, when you get started here in the Bay Area, work in the city because this is every day.
Yeah,
and you're doing projects like this, so you'll learn.
Oh yeah. I'm wondering where some of that. I'm trying to figure out if I can strap upstairs. We also, not spec, but we did it. We run Cat 6, Cat 6 and all the
yeah.
So there's a Cat 6 line and a data box that we run.
Yep.
The one thing that I'm also going to do is I'm going to run an exterior underground Cat 6 wire. So exterior rated Cat 6 wire into the backyard, so you can put an extender in the backyard and then fucking have Wi-Fi screaming out there too.
Yep.
This is pretty much, this is what a 2,000 square foot 4 in fucking San Francisco is.
Very nice. Well, thanks for having us here, Dad. This is a good video.
Yeah.
And guys, check them out. All this stuff.
There's a lot of shit going on here. A lot of shit going on here.